Hi, my name is Andrea and welcome to my high school advice video. You might hear some cars in the background and I apologize in advance. Unfortunately, there's not really anything I could do about it. Then again, you might not even hear it, so we're good. I just graduated from high school, so there's still like some fresh advice in my mind that I wrote down on this notebook. This advice can go for any incoming freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior. The first thing I put was to get good grades. You will see this in a lot of high school advice videos, and of course your parents will be telling you this a lot because they want you to succeed and to do good in your high school journey. Of course, the first couple of weeks you might not be getting the best grades, and that's perfectly fine. Don't be like too hard on yourself, because you're starting a new grade level, meaning that a lot of the subjects that you're learning are more difficult than they were before. You know, you're just starting to get used to it. So, but at least try to put the effort. It could go a long way. The next thing that I put is to be respectful to everybody. There will be people who have a really rude attitude, and you're going to want to say something back to them. If they're just like, you're ugly, you're going to want to say, well, you're ugly too. So what? But instead, don't do it for them, but for you, of just ignoring them and be the bigger person. Which gets me into the next thing of they're not getting into any fights. A lot of the things that you will get into fights for most likely won't be worth it. Especially, like, this happens so much in middle school. You know, it's better to not drag it on to high school. Because everyone is trying to mature, and like sooner or later people would just find you childish for doing fights. And another thing is join clubs and do community service. It takes your mind off of like those negative things going on in your life, I think. And also it's really helpful for college applications. And like, especially if you're starting your freshman year, don't wait till your senior year. You will hear this a lot as well, but it's true. Like, it actually could take a long way. I didn't believe it until like actually doing my high school application, and I only had like 4 clubs. Meanwhile, other people had like 10. That made their application seem way more outstanding. And either way, the more you participate, the more memorable your high school experience could be. The next thing is to take AP classes. I know a lot of people hesitate on taking AP classes because it's too hard, and like, you doubt yourself. You're like, I'm not that smart to be in AP classes. You don't have to be smart to be in AP classes. You just have to put that extra effort to really understand the subject. And if not, ask help for your teachers. If you're someone that you believe that you don't have some like high IQ, but you're taking an AP class, your teachers are not gonna make you seem like you're like the most unsmart student. They will try to help you, you know? The next thing is take time to meet friends. This is more for incoming freshmen. On the first day of school, a lot of people are going to want to talk to you. They're going to talk to you and 50 other people. Just be really social, and that's perfectly fine. And it's fine to have like 20 friends, but from those 20 friends, get the time to know them, to choose your bunch, you know? Because out of those 20 people, there might be 1 or 2 people who truly care about you. Which also leads to another thing of you'll probably be just with your middle school friends, because those are the only people you know if you're not so social like me. And that is also fine. There's middle school friends who kind of change, I think, personality wise, and end up not being like the nicest people. Like I said, take the time to really choose those friends. And it's okay if your middle school friends start meeting other people. You know, let them go. Do not stick to that one person. I know it's hard to be social and meet other people, but I feel like it could make a big difference, and it could lead you into more better ways. You know, you don't want to stick with that one negative person for your entire high school journey. You'll also meet people that might drag you into not so good things. such as drugs or ditching class. You don't want to do drugs. Like, what's the point of doing drugs? Like, just to get extra energy? If you want that extra energy, you can get some Gatorade or like eat candy or something with sugar, you know, to really hype you up. And then the point of ditching class, a lot of students who ditch class, at least from what I've seen, like they go to the restroom. Why do you want to be sitting in a toilet when you could be sitting in your classroom and actually learning? That's just me. Of course, you do you, but don't say I didn't warn you. Don't copy. I know these are a lot of don'ts, but you know, it's for your own good. A lot of people, even your friends, are gonna want to be saying, hey, can I copy your homework or whatnot? And it's truly understandable that those are your friends, and if you want to help them out, help them, but not by copying, because you're not actually helping them if you're letting them copy. Because when it takes time to take a test, you didn't actually teach them anything. You didn't really help them, you know. And you also want to, like, you don't want to bring yourself down, your value down. If you know you put so much work into that, why let someone like take that credit from you? And then the last thing is there's two things. Make flashcards, study or Cornell notes. It's like you get a piece of paper, you fold it in half, you write down the questions on one side and you write down the answers on the other side. It's kind of like flashcards, but I've heard that it helps better. Now for the actual last thing is, think twice before dating. I'm not gonna stop you from like dating somebody. If you like them, they like you back, that's good. But you really have to think about it, because those people, it might be a really good person, but if you know that they will be a distraction for you throughout your high school journey, then don't do it. Okay. Well, anyways, that's it. I didn't want to be like so like bossy and say don't do this, don't do that. But I do want you guys to succeed in your high school journey, and I wish you guys the best. I am sure like you will be amazing at whatever you end up doing throughout your high school journey. And that will be it for this video. Thank you and bye.